Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the episode of the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your favorite wrestling fan here, Eric Rodriguez, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This is actually, I'm still contemplating this being my last week, seeing if I can move things around. Got a pretty busy schedule, took on another job, obviously got to, do whatever I can to make sure my family is financially stable. But all in all, hope you guys had a great weekend. Hope you guys are, being safe out there. A lot of craziness, especially in Southern California. With everything, the protests and all that. It's crazy. It's crazy. Hopefully everyone's doing pretty damn well. Getting ready for the Super Bowl. One more week away. We get to see if Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles have the power, have the strive to dethrone Patrick Mahomes for that three-peat. And just real quick, I really hope it's not going to happen. But, the Eagles they have a good team. They have a good team. I see it just like how it did, 2 years ago. I see a high-scoring game, like a 35-31. I see Kansas City pulling it out with a touchdown by Travis Kelce. It would be epic to see if Philadelphia could pull it out. Saquon Barkley obviously working on all cylinders, as well as A.J. Brown. Something that the Kansas City Chiefs, kind of really haven't faced throughout these playoffs. Well, not really. I don't want to sound... Well, you know what? I don't know. The Texans were tough. The Texans' defense actually came to play. But Buffalo's defense, man, once again, year after year after year, let Sean McDermott and quarterback Josh Allen down. And it just, it just shows that you have to win championships with offenses and defenses. And situationally, the Kansas City Chiefs are the most... they're the best team out there. They're the best team out there. They're good situationally, and I definitely think they're going to three-peat. We're going to witness history in about 6 days. 6 days, yeah. Today's Monday. 6 days. So can't wait to see that. All right, so thank you so much for tuning in to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. We have a great show for you today, all lined up. We're going to have our WWE Monday Night RAW talk. We're going to talk about some WWE Royal Rumble. Triple H inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, WWE's FLG, or Legends Future Greats, airing on A&E. And then we're going to cap it all off with some WWE NXT preview. So grab your favorite snack, grab your favorite ice cold beverage, and do not go absolutely anywhere and witness the best wrestling show out there in the world. No, I'm just kidding. No, I take pride in this show. Definitely love entertaining you guys. Definitely love giving you guys all the facts. My sometimes rambunctious opinions. But there's a lot of good wrestling shows out there. A lot of cool wrestling. Streamers on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. And I don't know, it's cool. It's cool. We're all a wrestling family. That's something about professional wrestling that when you see a fan, you don't really like, oh, I'm a bigger fan than they are. You automatically just kind of have this repertoire. You have this uncanny chemistry that you can literally walk up to somebody in a bar and just start talking professional wrestling, and it could go. That's the thing about professional wrestling. The past is about the future. The future is ultimately laid out by the foundation that's going on right now. So if you are talking wrestling with somebody, you can definitely bring up, the Attitude Era. You can bring up the Ruthless Aggression Era. Hell, if they're even, if they're, that golden enough, talked about the Golden Era, also the 80s. Hulk Hogan, running rampant, Macho Man Randy Savage, the Ultimate Warrior. Even NWA, Ric Flair. You can also talk WCW. There's a lot of wrestling fans out there. Demographics from 18 years old to 49 years old. And it's just, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Well, make sure you guys hit up that super chat. Whether you got a burning question or a hot take in terms of the world of professional wrestling, here at the GSMC Sports Network, we are all ears 1,010%. This show is all about making sure that you guys feel like you can participate in this conversation in terms of wrestling. Make sure your voice is heard. Make sure it's part of the mix, and don't be shy to drop your thoughts inside that chat. And if you really want to make sure a comment, question, or concern gets noticed on air, why not use that super chat, which guarantees anything you put inside that little box is going to be featured, talked about, debated about, maybe even take place of a segment on the show if it's that juicy. So don't be shy to drop your thoughts inside that chat. Obviously, those super chats helps us keep the lights on all these amazing podcasts with all these amazing, passionate sports podcasters who want to give you guys one thing and one thing only: the best sports consumption in the world. And guess what? It's absolutely 1,010% free. So don't forget to Superman punch that like and subscribe button to the show. Follow the show, follow the network. You will do no wrong in doing so. We are super grateful for each and every one of you guys who joins us here daily on the GSMC Sports Network. Your support makes all the difference. So let's get the conversation going. Let's get this party started. Send in those super chats, those super stickers, because you guys are super awesome. And together we will make sure this podcast is bigger, better, and stronger than ever. Once again, if the super chat is not your thing, go ahead and hit up that tips and donations link at the GSMCpodcast.net. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like, and just remember, like I said, Superman punch that like and subscribe button here at the GSMC Sports Network. We do love a lot of peace, love, and positivity 1,010% of the time, but in terms of talking sports, it's inevitable. There's going to be some disagreements. There's going to be some criticisms, and guess what? It's already water under the bridge. Can't wait to hear what you guys have to say 1,010%. All right, let's go and jump on into our first segment. We got some WWE Monday Night Raw talk tonight. We are, like I said, have not checked a single shred of social media. No TikTok, no Instagram. I know it does air at 5 o'clock, and I do have Mondays off, so I could technically watch it, but I feel like I'd have to watch it. You know, I like to take notes. I like to sit down. I kind of like to take my time. I love to take my time watching the episode, kind of look into the matches thoroughly, look into the storylines. You know, what was that look for? Why exactly did Sami Zayn have this kind of tone? You know, just kind of further break it down. It makes for, way better scenery in terms of a wrestling podcast. So I usually wait until I get off the air to talk about it. But, let's go and dig on into it. We are at the Cleveland, Ohio, I think that's Cavaliers. I think that's where the Cavaliers play. The Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in Ohio. Can't wait to see what we're gonna find out why Seth Rollins did exactly what he did. Why after the Royal Rumble, why did he decide to smash in Roman Reigns? What is going on with him and Seth? CM Punk, is it going to be a match at WrestleMania? No gold on the line, flat out hardcore battle. I feel like that is you kind of had that match with Drew McIntyre and CM Punk at Bad Blood. I know it's entertaining. It was very entertaining. It was a nice way to end the rivalry. But, Drew McIntyre has reportedly been sent to WWE SmackDown. So, he's currently over there. But according to resources, AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, is going to be on WWE Monday Night RAW from now on. So, let's go. Can't wait to see that. Jey Uso will open up Monday Night Raw. Obviously, the 2025 Royal Rumble match winner. I just see him and Gunther start throwing verbal punches at each other. I wouldn't really understand why Jey Uso would take on Cody Rhodes at this point. Maybe kind of have a different flavor, but I just don't want Gunther to take on Bill Goldberg in the at WrestleMania. I just don't, and I know that I feel like their fight is going to happen there. Or, later on, Bill Goldberg said on, I think it was an NFL game day, or is it college game day? I'm not too sure. He said, he's picking his last victim, the last person. He said Vince McMahon and Triple H owe him a retirement match. So we're going to find out more, more about that heading into WrestleMania season. But ultimately, I feel like Jey Uso and Gunther build up their storyline, build up their rivalry, so they have a big clash at WrestleMania. Iyo Sky takes on Liv Morgan in an elimination qualifying match. Yes, sir, we have those matches happening for the men's and the women's. Iyo Sky taking on Liv Morgan. Based on how Liv Morgan performed in the Royal Rumble, I thought she did great. I thought she was great. She is a huge, she's a huge heel. She gets under the skin of all the superstars out there, so I wouldn't be surprised if she won tonight. But then again, I wouldn't be surprised if Iyo Sky takes the chamber tonight. We have CM Punk battling Sami Zayn. What's going to go on with that? Honestly, I feel like CM Punk has to win. Come on, it's not really much of a surprise there. Charlotte Flair will return to Monday Night Raw. Will she return a heel or a babyface? I'm excited to find out. Definitely 1,010%. Excited to watch Raw. Definitely. I can't wait to see what it entails. John Cena, is he going to be there? Is he going to address his retirement speech, or is he going to address his remarks after the Royal Rumble? How he's basically guaranteed a spot in Elimination Chamber, which which is I get it, building up, this is my last thing. I think it was on an episode of Monday Night Raw a couple of weeks ago where you saw a timer of chasing number 17, and I feel like they would have never did that if it wasn't a possibility that John Cena is going to fight for a championship. And this might be a way for ultimately Cody Rhodes to show a different side of him. Like I'm gonna talk about in the Royal Rumble reactions. That match versus Kevin Owens. He stood over him with the title, gloating, kind of stating to the WWE Universe and the locker room, this is what happens when you mess with Cody Rhodes. And I feel like this is going to be a great way for him to segue into potentially like a heel. He's been WWE's golden boy babyface for quite some time. But then again, it's so good, it's so great. I don't know if WWE is willing to mess that up, especially for a John Cena, 17th World Championship reign. I personally see this somehow, some way, possibly becoming maybe a triple threat match. Maybe somehow, some way, Randy Orton finds a way to insert himself into the picture, and then bam. Or you get that stupid, and I hate it whenever this happens, but obviously this is my opinion. Or you have that double pin in Elimination Chamber where, who won? Was it CM Punk or was it John Cena? Then you have the triple threat match between John Cena and CM Punk. And then, Cody Rhodes, he doesn't have to turn heel. CM Punk kind of stays like he's the main event, but he never got pinned. And then John Cena kind of walks off into the sunset. Probably wrestling one of his best matches in the world if he gets to take on CM Punk finally in the main event. That's been on the grill of CM Punk's mind. The reason why he's so angry, the reason why he left WWE for quite some time. He had a little bit of backlash. He had a little bit of built up animosity between him and John Cena, and how John Cena was always a golden boy. Him and Dwayne obviously getting all the main event spots because they're kissing the arse of Vince McMahon and Triple H, Paul Levesque. And eventually, if you were a fan, once when CM Punk left, you just kind of saw it being, you see it come in fruition. You kind of see it come into reality. That's how it was. Politics was a huge thing back in WWE, arguably between 2015, 2018, 2019. Like, it was like I almost hung up my wrestling boots. I got to be honest. That's how I feel. I was almost telling myself, I was like, you know what? I think I might be done with WWE. But under this new Triple H Paul Levesque era, I'm excited to see what happens. So far he's done pretty damn good. But obviously choosing Jey Uso and Charlotte Flair to win, I felt like, and we'll get into it in the next segment. What's next for the Pure Fusion Collective? You've seen them in the Royal Rumble. They're a full cohesive unit, but, split them apart. They seem kind of like a joke. What's new for, PFC? Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, and Zoe and Sonya Deville. Can't wait to see what happens on Monday Night Raw. Like I said, have not checked a single shred of social media. No TikTok, no Instagram, no nothing. All right, without further ado, we're going to talk about the Royal Rumble. I'm going to give you guys my reaction. So grab your favorite snack, grab your favorite ice cold beverage, and join me here. Do not go anywhere. We will be right back.